Please. Turn to the long side of your mat. So I've said it before, I'll say it again. One of the poses that we all love to do, but can be hard on the low back, is triangle. One way we can make it get a lot of the same kind of work, with the exception of the external rotation of one leg, is by keeping the feet in Parivritta Trikonasana, which can become in and of itself its own triangle situation. So we're going to do both. I just want you to know why I'm starting here, and then I will invite you to either do the work on this side again to keep your hips more neutral, or take it to what feels like a more traditional version of triangle. So squeeze your feet in, lift the front of your pelvis up, contain your ribs, reach your arms up. Now today, tee your arms with your palms up. Bring left hand down, right arm up. So we're still getting the lateral flexion in the spine, but the hips are neutral, so it's a little less precarious than when we have one foot turned out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side two. Good. Inhale, reach up, and just see how this feels on your back, and notice how much you're still getting in your hips. Now exhale, hands to blocks. Of course, you don't need to have blocks. I'm teaching with the blocks just to make it that much more accessible so that you're a little more lifted out of your hips. You might bring your blocks a little closer underneath you today. Lengthen your spine, contain your rib cage. Notice how your body wants to shift back. Keep it forward towards the balls of your feet. Your spine is long. When you're ready, take your right arm up. Now, for most of us, we'll shift our hips to the right. We'll go with the arm. I don't hate that. A lot of teachers won't let you do it. I don't hate it, but see how it feels to pull your left hip back and make your hips a little more neutral. Probably puts you up against it in terms of just really finding that. Press your left hand down, slide your left shoulder blade down. This would be a revolved Parivritta Trikonasana, but it's also, you could call it a revolved triangle idea. Come back through center. Lengthen your spine, keep your weight forward, contain your rib cage, push into your right hand, slide your right shoulder blade down, lift your left arm up. Tendency is for the hips to go with the arm that's lifted. That's not the end of the world, but see how it feels when you pull your right hip back and go a little more neutral. You might even feel like the twist is actually deeper because we're focusing it now really in the thoracic spine versus here where it kind of goes all the way across. Deep breath in, full breath out, come back down, both hands down. Really, really, really good. Okay, keep your blocks if you're using them. Turn your right foot in, turn your left foot out. Take your blocks to the A block, A, or put one block low, one block high for triangle pose. It's just, again, it feels a little easier on the lower back to come up higher. The lower the hand, the more the angle of the spine is pushing up against the top pelvis, and sometimes that could lead to some dysfunctionality in the sacroiliac joint. Usually yogis say, oh, I get a lot of back pain on one side. Now that could be for a lot of reasons, not just triangle. However, could be triangle. Now draw your pubic bone in so you feel containment here. Reach your right arm up. Lift out of your left hand. Slide your left shoulder blade down. Good. Push your left foot down and forward. That's it, everybody. Triangle pose. Great. Come down. Grab your two blocks. The hardest part of this whole sequence is just working with the blocks. And we're just going to turn it on to side two. One block low, one block high will just give you just a little more of a lift today. Don't do it if you don't need to. Squeeze your feet together. That keeps you from locking out the front leg. Lift your belly button in. Turn your chest open. Bottom arm. Slide your shoulder blade into your hand so you feel some engagement around the armpit. Top arm reaches up. And just check out your low back. Head goes back just a little bit, David, if you can. There you go. And if your low back isn't giving you feedback, it's probably totally cool to go deeper into the pose. Deep breath in. It's all trial and error, isn't it? Those of you want to flow between sides, this is your opportunity. Everybody else, leave your blocks, turn back to wide-legged forward fold. So those of you flowing will meet me at the top of the mat at the end of your flow. Those of you in wide-legged forward fold. You want something a little softer, stay in wide-legged forward fold. If you want some flow here, squeeze your feet together. Reach your arms overhead. Inhale. Gorgeous, Lori. Exhale, hands to heart. Great, David. Great, Patty. Inhale, arms overhead. I'm talking to the people in Prasarita. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Where we all meet is at the top of the mat. Take your blocks. I'm going to say on the high setting. Step your right foot back, lengthen your spine. So this is what it would be more of a neutral spine. Think of this more like your plank or down dog spine. Right? This, exhale, folding in, is more like a child's pose spine, more flexion. Might feel great. However, you may want to turn pyramid pose, right hand into your block, right shoulder blade down, into Pavvritta Trikonasana, Revolved Triangle. Pulling your front hip back, but reaching your front foot forward. Let me say that again. Left heel down and forward, left hip in and back. Lift out of your bottom arm the way you do in side plank. That's why I like to give you a side plank early on. Anytime a hand is down, you can think to yourself, oh, I'm in a side plank again, in terms of what your arm is doing. Deep breath in, full breath out. If you've been twisting, come back into the folded variation. 5 breaths or a flow between the sides. Those of you holding pyramid, good. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Bend your front knee a little bit, just makes the transition easier. Right foot steps forward, left foot steps back. It's not nearly as big as a triangle, which is why I usually teach Revolved Triangle from pyramid pose rather than from an actual triangle. You can do it. You can do it. Just again, this is a little more modified, a little easier on the back. Push your right foot down and forward, pull your right hip back and in. That's a constant. Keep your spine more elevated, more neutral, or exhale, fold in deep. If you want to take it to a more challenging balance pose, lift your chest, lift out of your left hand, reach your right arm to the sky, hold revolved triangle. Lift out of your bottom hand, pull your left shoulder blade down. So good. Great, Paula. Awesome, Stevie Ann. Great, David. Chest is turning open, reaching out. Gorgeous, Marietta. Awesome, Lori. Awesome, Patty. Good, Penny. Good choice. Some of us are going to come back to variation of Parivritta, pyramid pose, bowing in. Push your right foot down, hip back. Some of us are going to flow. Two more breaths if you're in pyramid. Bend your front knee if you're in pyramid. Step forward. Forward fold.